Hi friends, we are here for Galaxycon Columbus in Columbus, Ohio. We are all set up. It is Friday. Bethany set up yesterday. Joey and I got in at like midnight with the baby and came and set up this morning. And we got here I think at like 10. We were gonna go somewhere and eat breakfast, and we did, but we didn't go to like a sit down place. It was kind of like a quick little cafe. So it didn't take us as long as we thought it would. So we were able to get here a little earlier, which it all worked out good. We got some time to walk around. I just took some stuff back to my car because we don't have a lot of room behind our table. We have the usual, but we had the wagon and the stroller and the car seat. So I just took all that back to my car to try to make a little more space so that maybe we can lay a blanket down for the baby. I'm not really sure. We're gonna see how it goes. Joey might stay at the hotel tomorrow with the baby since it is the longest day. But I'll show you guys the setup in just a few minutes. I'm walking back to my table now. All right, here is the table setup. So we kind of did the same as we did for the Pokemon event where we put the hats front and center, and I did expand it. I think I did one higher, I'm not sure. And then we did expand it to the side though, so I'm able to put 6 more. I could probably also put another row if I wanted, but I went ahead and put the ponies at the bottom. And then we have beanies over here. Again, I could have extended them a little higher, but this is all of them. I believe I'm missing the dice beanies. They're somewhere in the bag. We're doing our best right now. And then I have more Pikmin bucket hats to make, but I need to make them. And we put all the smaller hats over here. We have has-been mystery bags. And then I do have this just wall that I can put stuff on. I thought about putting the plushies over there, but I don't really have anything necessarily to put here. I thought about putting Appa, but then he takes up this whole space. So we're putting them there for now. We'll see if like a hat sells, if Pochita sells, and we move stuff around. Then maybe I can put some stuff over there too. I could also like put the bandanas and the wing cat to fill the gap, but that's fine. I'm liking this right now. We have our has-been stickers out. I need to cut some more Vaggie and Charlie, it looks like. I only have one of each. And then it looks good. I could restock Splatoon maybe. That's my last one of Usahana, I believe is how you say it. Bluey and Bingo up here. I also have more of them, I believe. Or well, actually I don't have more of Bingo. I just have more of Bluey. So I need to order some Bingo because these are ones that I made, and I ordered some of Bluey, but not Bingo. But yeah, this is the table setup. It is currently almost 2:30. We opened at 2, but as you can see, it's pretty empty. We've had a few people come by, but no customers yet. Say hi, baby. We are 1 hour in. We have no sales yet, but I looked and our table is $412. It was the same as last year. We got to keep the same pricing. It's like $411 and some cents. So that's what we need to cover table cost. And then I still got to figure out how much I owe Bethany for hotel. I haven't paid you for hotel yet, have I? Yeah. So that's gonna be like 100 and something. 2-hour check-in, and we have sold one item. It was a Team Aqua bandana, and it's starting to pick up a little bit. There's definitely some more people stopping and going. The aisles are filling up. Say hi. A 3-hour check-in. We've broke 100. Somebody's fighting sleep. Look at a mean muggin. Are you fighting sleep? Go sleep. Alright, I've lost count, but it's 6 o'clock. We are open till 8 tonight. Not sure if we'll stay the whole time because we want to try to make it to somewhere to eat dinner. before all these places close down. But I think we've passed 200, so that's good.
No.
There's Bethany. Eating the clips. That probably don't taste good. I think we're gonna go eat at the sushi place called Oshiro. It's like Ohio, but with an S, Bethany said. That makes sense. It's by the Buffalo Wild Wings we ate at last year. 7 o'clock check-in. We just hit 300, I think. And I did pay Bethany for the hotel, which was $250 for our half. And then Bethany's gonna go buy a 21. Already did go buy a 21 Pilots blanket.
Immediately spent that money.
But it's like basically she'd never, it was already paid for because she already paid for the hotel and I still owed her the money. So that money's technically already came out of her bank account. And so I gave her cash, She's very studying her print. Is it something wrong with it? Oh, you bought a print from them. Oh, okay. I thought it was one of your friends. I like it. This is the blanket. It's 21 Pilots, but this is the print that they have. It's cute. Did you buy the print too, or does it come with the blanket?
I bought it too. Since we're doing it.
Yeah. Also, the hotel that we're staying in, cars, I forgot to tell you this, cars were broken into last night. Several. Like, we saw at least 5 when we were leaving the parking lot this morning that had broken windows. So, thankfully, ours didn't get broken into. I don't know if they saw the baby stuff in mine and the stickers, and they were like, nah, they don't have anything. Bethany has really tinted windows and also didn't really have anything that you could see visible. So thankfully, because I had a suitcase, but everything else was in the trunk for me. A suitcase and then baby car seats and like trash from Wendy's, and that was about it. So we also didn't get into like midnight, so it's possible that they already had struck, they already broke in, but that seems a lot early, if I'm gonna vandalize stuff, that seems a little early in the night. But either way, thankfully ours didn't get broken into. Hopefully they got caught and hopefully everything got sorted. But I was really wondering why the police were there when I went out and they had trash bags and vacuum cleaners. I thought maybe they had a valet service, or with the police, I thought someone was getting searched, their vehicle searched and confiscated, but no, apparently, which means the 5 that we saw, there's already 2 more because they were under the cover at the front of the hotel. So I'm gonna say at least 10 vehicles got broken into. Thankfully, again, it wasn't ours. We're staying close to the college, so it's the Hyatt if you're interested. It's a nice hotel and it feels very safe, but I mean, we are in Columbus, I guess, and that's next to the college again. So maybe it was a college kid, no. Hi friends, we are here for day 2 of Galaxycon Columbus. It is already, I think, an hour in, almost an hour in. It's 10:42. We opened at 10 today. As you can see here, the line to get in through security was crazy. Luckily, they did end up separating it with vendors on one side and people with babies because it was cold. Volunteers too, all on one side. So I think it made it move a little bit quicker. But then again, I think someone that was right in front of us in line went through about the same time as us. So I don't know. Either way, I'm glad that they did have a separate thing, and then we can just walk on into the exhibit hall with our badges. They did have a problem with the badges yesterday. They were delayed or somewhere else. So they gave everyone wristbands when they checked in on Thursday and then Friday morning. And about noon on Saturday, I believe, they had it. I was actually, as far as I know, the first one, because they were hole punching the exhibitor badges while I was in line, and then the guy that was in front of me asked if we could just get a badge now, and then they said no, and then they changed their mind when I came up there, and so I was able to get my 2 badges, and they told everyone else that they would come around and bring the exhibitor badges to them, but I don't know if that actually happened, because a few of my table neighbors did not get their badges yesterday, so I know that they had to go track some people down to get them, because they're like, yeah, we'll bring you around. And when I heard them say that, I was like, they're not gonna have time. They don't got anyone to bring exhibitor badges around to all the exhibitors. But you had to trade in your wristband for your exhibitor passes, is what they said. I don't know if that actually happened. Yesterday, Friday, was pretty good, honestly. I think we made a little bit more this year. And I do think that is, personally for me, due to having my hats front and center so that people can see them. But I can pull up really quick. Actually, we made more last year, but only $8 more. So pretty much on the same page. It looks like I got one more sale last minute because I already totaled and then I had to add it on later. And knock on wood, so far the Wi-Fi has been working, because I remember by this time last year we were already struggling and I was having to do some charges on Bethany's card reader. Hopefully it hangs in there. I think I've decided I'm not gonna buy internet until someone's gonna make like a big purchase. Like if someone's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy the hat, then I'll go ahead and buy the internet, because it'll pretty much pay for itself. I haven't looked, but last year it was like $85 and it would last for 24 hours. And we did leave the baby and Joey at the hotel today. It just seemed a lot easier. I had that carrying thing, which is so helpful, but already by 6 o'clock yesterday, my lower back was already hurting and my feet were hurting, because I can't really put her down. She wants to crawl all over the floor, and we have a mat, but she wants to crawl under the table. She wants to climb on the chairs. She wants to eat the chairs. She wants to eat things off the floor. So it was just easier for me to hold her, and then if a customer comes and I can't get it while I'm holding her, hand her off to Joey, or let Joey, tag team. So I asked him what he thought, and he said it was up to me. Yes! Bethany put her image in with him. So strange saying hi. Also, someone yesterday left this card on my table. Joey saw them just like toss it on my table and was like, you got a card? And I was like, what? Who left me a card? And it's this cute little frog, and it has 2 stickers, and it says, you should be proud of yourself, from Monica. And I don't know if I know you, Monica. But thank you. I'm much better with faces and like artist names if it's like I see it on like Instagram and read it. So I want to know who you are, because this is so sweet and I need to know. So I saw the table with this raccoon, because I almost got, they have there's QR codes on the back. Wait, I can find them. Okay, but wait, they're from 2 different people, so are these not Monica? Are you not the artist?
Who's Monica?
This one's from Hartle Designs, and this one's from Multicolored Mind. So Monica is just a random.
This is Monica.
This is Monica.
Yeah,
Okay,
Marta.
so they're the same person. Okay, let me see. Do you have a picture of their face?
Hold it on.
Multicolored Mind? Is that what? Multicolored Mind. Hartle Designs.
Oh, they do the frogs.
The frogs!
They do the 3D frogs. Yes. That's why I recognized it. Yeah. Yeah, so they do the frogs.
Okay.
They do all the fruity frogs.
So wait, I think that they're over that way then. Or over, maybe they're, more the premium vendors. Yeah.
On a corner.
Okay, I'm gonna come find you, Monica. Can I see your face? feel like I don't know your face, Monica. But I know your art, and I'm gonna come say hi. This makes sense to me. Frog.
Or is it the same?
It's the same, I think. So
This is Hardle.
Hardle design, but that's the one you scanned. But multicolored mine is there. So they
Yeah, at least
have a
the same
name.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same one.
This is from Monica. Multicolored mine. Thank you, Monica. This is so sweet. I'm gonna come say thank you. I'm gonna come say hi. I want to make sure that this actually was meant for me too, because I always am like, this. Someone messed up. This wasn't for me. But thank you. That was so sweet. Problem is solved. Hey guys, if you are ever curious, maybe check the back of your stickers for QR codes. But yes, baby is at the hotel with Joey. I think we get done here at 8 again, so we'll probably grab food and like take it to them. But I told him just DoorDash something if he gets hungry, and I think that will be a lot easier than trying to chase her around. Because we took the stroller and the wagon back to the car because there's just not room for her. If we had like a really big space, it would be nice to have a fence maybe to fence her in, but she's old enough where she does not stand still, but she's not old enough to walk where we can like just walk around with her, which would be nice. But luckily, MegaCon, we won't have to worry about that because my mom is gonna watch her while I vend, and she's gonna watch her at the hotel, and they're gonna stay at like a cute water park hotel, so they're gonna be fine. They're gonna have fun. And then Lexington Comic-Con, since it's pretty close, I might not even get a hotel. I might just do the drive every day, and then she can stay home and I'll be home at night to help with bedtime and bath time. All right, 12 o'clock check-in. We got Subway. They have the pre-made right when you walk in. We got them right when we came in at like 10. That way we don't have to worry about lunch and the rush. And they have them individually like 6 inches, but I got 2 because I got a foot long. They have turkey, ham, veggie, and maybe like the Italian type. I'm not sure. There was one more, I think. So yeah, time for lunch. We have sold one thing. It was a Vaporeon hat, but that's okay. It's definitely picking up and getting busier. Also, I don't know about you guys, but if you've been in here, especially it's cold, it's winter time, this back door at the very back of the convention center, like the loading dock doors, it's cold. Those bathrooms back there, also cold. If you don't want to go to a cold bathroom and don't mind walking a little further, because there's not that many bathrooms in this one, and a lot of them are out of order and they like to flood a lot, go towards the celebrity area, towards like Hall B, I think, towards the like parking garage area, but stay inside the convention hall. Those bathrooms over there, so many more bathrooms, and it's so much warmer. That is my tip for you guys for bathrooms in the Greater Columbus Convention Center. All right, it is I think 12:30. Yeah, almost 12:30, and we are running into some internet problems. Sorry, eating these hot Cheetos and they are hot. But Bethany is still doing good, and she's doing tap, like square tap on her phone. And it's looking like I connected to my Solis. Surprisingly, it's looking like it might work. I haven't tried it, but I can open my cart and add items. My reader is having problems connecting, but it says I can tap on my phone. So I haven't got to try it. We'll see if it works. We are running into the internet, which is a little bit better than last year because Friday we were already having internet problems. All right, 2:30 check-in. It's still been pretty steady. I think it's gonna start picking up probably like 5 or 6, if I remember correctly, is when it really gets busy and people start like buying and not just walking around. And I think they probably have done all their celebrities meet and greets and stuff by then. And then the internet kind of got really bad, but Bethany and I are currently both on the Solis Wi-Fi, this little thing. I haven't had success with it before, but for some reason it actually is working at this one. I don't know if it's because I turned it on before, like right when I came in and before everyone else tried to start connecting. But so far we've both been able to take transactions. It is slow, and I do need to check to see the data plan that I'm on and make sure we have enough, like I've paid for enough. I was on just the free one that you get. I think you get a free gigabyte every month. So I do need to check if it'll switch over to some that I've already paid. I think I paid like $15 for some more. like a year ago, maybe even more. So I need to see if it'll switch over to that and start using that when this one runs out. Surprisingly, like I said, it has been working. So hopefully maybe we can actually start using this again. I just bought it or brought it with us on a whim, hoping to give it a shot. Okay, we're on the hunt for the bubble tea and company place that's usually here. They've been here for Matsuricon, and they've also been here for the other Galaxycons. But I haven't really seen a lot of people with boba cups. And usually there's a bunch of people. I saw one person that was at my table, and I meant to ask them, but they bought something, so I got distracted. But usually there's a whole lot of people, you know? And I think that they do have a like brick and mortar store somewhere close by. So maybe they went to it. But I'm not seeing it. I've seen them in the hallway before, and I've seen them inside the convention exhibit hall. People are in line for the ATM. It's a long line. So that makes me believe that the internet is being rough for some people. There's Astro Alienade. It's very neon lemonade. Because I've seen them over here before by these doors. But it doesn't look like it. And then I don't really want to go any further. That's going to take us into the hotel and then like the panel area. So I will walk all the way down. I haven't checked this area yet. This is, I think they have like some tattoo artists. They have like the gaming area. It is much colder over here. And louder. I hear the buzzing of the tattoo machine. They have backdrops.
Should we go see Zoltar?
These backdrops are really cool. That's Pikachu! It's like Super Smash Brothers. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see the Ghostbusters marshmallow thing. It's Mr. Peely with the Ash Ketchum jacket. This ice cream truck. There's a ghost face cookie. And a knife cookie. And this place is really cute. And apparently Cosplay Wrestling, I didn't even know, that's why it's so loud. I didn't even know they have it in here. Pulled pork brisket. Wow, I didn't know they had this all over here.
In this world, taking care of business. Finally, Tanjiro can be focused on the match without the interruptions from the Sinister Syndicate. Now, Shocker getting moved to the ring post. He can't move. Oh, Sandman! He's also up to the ring post. He can't move. Kingpin, you're all alone now, baby. What are you gonna do, Mr. Baldy?
is cold over here. No boba. These are the bathrooms at the front of the exhibit center. These are also good bathrooms. I didn't find any boba tea or bubble tea or anything. They had that ice cream thing, but we'll survive. Just drink more water, I guess. I did have someone come by though that was like one of the first people to buy my owl bear pattern, and that made me so happy. And they, hello. Oh, thank you. I forgot what I was saying because I had a customer, but I was saying that someone came that did the owl bear pattern, one of the first people to buy it, and they told me that they were one of the first people, and I was like, thank you so much for buying it, thank you for sharing. How was it? They said it was super easy to do and straightforward, and I asked if they watched the YouTube video or like more of the paper pattern, and they said they watched the video, I think for a little bit, they said, and then they did the paper and just read through it all. And so that makes me happy. I like to know, I think it's like 50-50, but I do like to know if more people watch the video or just do the paper pattern. One of the things that I don't like about this setup, because for the most part I love it, but the back is, there's no storage, and it's hard to like get under my table and like dig through stuff. So my beanies right now, they work well. I have them hooked, and then I've started just clipping things. Like the bucket hats over here are clipped. I just don't have room for my big hats, but I could build like on back here, I guess, and do kind of like a little shelf or like stack on top of my suitcase. We don't have the best organization, but if I'm doing solo, we could make a little cubby of some kind. Oh, I do have these baskets though that do work nicely, but I couldn't put my big hats in there, so that doesn't help me with that. I meant to do a recording before and I forgot, but this is what we got on our hats. We sold Mothman and we just sold a Snorlax, and Vaporeon sold earlier today. It was actually one of the first things that sold. And I think that's it on the big hats. We did sell our cat one that was out. I think that was this morning too. So now we have the bunny one. I do my non-character hats for $35. And I think I showed you guys this, but we put this out. We did sell a bat, which I was super excited about. It was our little skeleton one. These are just so cute. I would like to get some other fabric. This was from my Halloween ones. This area, I don't love the setup. I would love to have them in little baskets so they all sit nicely, but that's okay. And then we did sell a Team Skull combo, I think yesterday, so this is our last one. We sold a few Team Aqua, only blues though, no black. And then we sold two, this is my last Link hat. And we've sold, I think, a blue and a yellow. We might have sold one of each at least. Sold a few Koroks, so it's looking good. This is what we have with beanies. We are out of Umbreon. We are out of Earth. Not too bad. Oh, and we only have two of these Has-Been mystery bags left. And we've only sold one, though, of the Has-Been stickers, and it was Husk. So I'm trying to think. Stickers haven't been selling amazing, but that's okay. They didn't sell the best last year either. So I think that there's just so many other artists to pick from that have stickers. I don't even think we sold any evolutions. No axolotls, no blueies or bingos. Okay, we have found Monica that sent this of Multicolored Mind, and I do not know them. We've never talked in person, so that's great. I didn't just forget someone or forget a face. And we chit-chatted and they were very nice. And I might go back and buy another one of their stickers. They have one that's like something about I'm this close to crashing, and it's like a frog on fire. I might have to get that to Joey, but we shall see. But I do love the raccoon one because that's the one that I would get for sure. I don't feel bad now. I didn't just like blank out and forget somebody. And it is currently 7 o'clock. I ate the rest of my sandwich at like 5 o'clock. So we are going to order Buffalo Wild Wings and we're going to like pick it up. But I'm having a problem with the app right now. It's saying that they don't have any wings available. But it might be my service, so I'm gonna go outside and try, and if not, I'll just like call it in and see. They just have a really good online deal for 20 boneless wings, and you get a large fry for like $17. So I would like to do that deal if I can. I haven't totaled though, but I need to. We sold a Mothman and we sold a Snorlax, and we sold our last Team Skull combo. So we're doing good. I need to fill in the space where the Team Skull was, but I'm using the mannequin head to sew my Pikmin hats. I think I have all the yellows done. I need to do a couple more blues and reds. But we have 1 more hour to go. I don't know if I said that. We end at 8. All right, we have 2 minutes till 8. We're gonna start closing up here soon. It is starting to empty out quite a bit. We made around 500, which is like 700 less than, wait, no, just kidding. We've made 500 plus the other page, which was 221. So we've made like 740, which is like 500 less than last year. So I was kind of expecting to have less. Usually when I do a convention for the first time, I usually do more. And I don't have a whole lot of like brand new stuff. Also, everything's kind of been down this year. That's the usual saying. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Maybe people will make some last minute purchases and spend some money. But we probably will have to be leaving early tomorrow just to get back home with the baby before her bedtime, before she gets too cranky. I also wanted to talk about these little Velcro strips. Let me see if I can find them.
We must now leave the vendor floor. This does not include the attendees that are in line for celeb signing or photo ops.
Interesting.
We still have video gaming, tabletop, Galaxy Deep Space Boutique, and many after-hour events that are still happening. Please make your way towards
What did I do
Hall
with
A.
my Velcro?
Again, this does not include the vendors.
All right, I found it. So here's what the packaging looks like. Here's what itself looks like. And you pull it and you can cut whatever you want. This is all one big piece, but you can cut it the length that you want. And what I have been using it for is to attach my grids. So I did just use regular zip ties, and this is very nice for if I want it to be very, very tight. But for extra support, it is very nice so that if this were to fall over, it's not going to shatter into a bunch of grid pieces. It'll stay one big wall, hopefully. I didn't do this for all of them, but definitely the places where it felt weaker and needed more support. These are very nice. I got these at Walmart, and they are the Velcro brand, and it comes in a big roll, but I probably will save the ones that I cut to length already and save this for something else. And I'll probably need more, so I'll keep this on me for future. But they made the announcement, let's pack up and go get our wings, which also, ordering our Buffalo Wild Wings was a chore on the app. Turns out, we tried to do a bundle deal. Turns out it was because they were out of a certain type of sauce, and that's why it wouldn't go through. Because I went to order it over the phone, and they're like, oh yeah, we're out of that sauce. And I was like, oh, is that why it maybe didn't work on the app? And they're like, yeah. And so they can't do bundle over the phone. So then I was like, all right, well, let me try it on the app again. And it worked. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Hi, friends. We are here for day 2. No, we're here for day 3. We're about 2 hours in, is what I was trying to say. Hello. We've made about $25 so far. But it does seem like people are seeing something and buying it and not like walking away because it is Sunday. I did have someone yesterday interested in the Mothman hat, and then they left, and then they came back and the Mothman hat was gone, and they did ask me if I had any other Mothman or any other hats, and I was like, no, this is all that I have that's out there. So yeah, you gotta buy them while they're here. But we did walk around a little bit today. I'm gonna get the camera. And we bought some stuff. We did some stamp rallies. Look cute. And yeah, today it ends at 6, I think. But I do feel like we'll probably pack up around 5. I think I said that already. Maybe yesterday. But someone's ready for their second nap of the day. We also got Subway again for like lunch. And then we'll probably just grab something to eat on the way back home. yeah, let's see how today goes. I think I might have already said it, but we made like 300 less, 300 or 400 less, I think, than last Saturday. And then on Sunday last year, I believe we made about the same as Friday, like 300. I'll have to double check on that. I would be shocked if we made that much, but I hope we do. All right, it's almost 4 o'clock. We're just kind of chilling. We'll probably stay for like maybe another hour. It's been like pretty busy, which I feel like Joey and I left for the busiest time, but we went and met Travis and Sam from Critical Role, and we brought the baby, and we got some pictures. I'll put them here. Is Daddy playing peekaboo? They're gonna eat that. And it was a good time. I got them to sign my cookbook, which I'll try to show you guys too, and took selfies. That's what we did. And Bethany covered our booth for us, so that was very thankful for her. So yeah, now we're just hanging out for a little longer until we start packing up. But I think we haven't made a sale in about 30 minutes or so it's kind of spacing out. Before I forget, here's the signature. Here's Travis. And here is Sam's. And this is in the cookbook, Exquisite Exandria. And I love this. I want to get them to sign it. Hi friends, we are safely back from Galaxycon Columbus. The drive back wasn't too bad. Thankfully the baby did do good, much better on the drive back. We didn't run into any bad weather. We started packing up like an hour before at like 5, but I would have liked to pack up earlier, but by the time I went and got like the stroller and the wagon, went to the bathroom, let Bethany go to the bathroom, it was almost closer to like 5:30. So we were packing up when everyone else was packing up too. Everyone else kind of started leaving early. There was quite a few people on the other side, like closer to the A side, that had already like packed up. A couple of people I heard, vendors that were over there and artists, come over and be like, there's a lot more people, like vendors and artists, still here than over there. So it must have emptied out pretty quick over there. With that being said, it really wasn't a great convention. I know Galaxycon has a lot of bad publicity going on right now. There was an email, I think, sent by a staff member of Galaxycon, a long-term staff member, and they released a whole thing. If I can find it public, I'll share it here, but I saw it inside of an artist group, so I don't want to take it from there. I mean, it was sent through the Galaxycon email list, so I don't know. Anyways, there's a lot going on with that. I already went into this show knowing that I probably wouldn't do it again. Based solely on the drive is like 5 hours and a time change, and then in December usually you run into snow going more up north. So just those two played a big part already in not wanting to go back. My sales last year weren't awful. I made $2,200. I would have loved to make closer to $3,000 to do $1,000 a day for the 3-day, but I was okay with that because I was splitting with Bethany, hotel and stuff and parking. I was okay. So I decided to come back again. Well, this year I was $800 short of that. We made $1,400-ish. And yeah, I've done 1 days that are better than that are much closer to me. So I did not rebook, and in December, Christmas orders are crazy. I came back with like 20 open orders that all need to be made and go out before next Friday, not this Friday. It's currently Tuesday, December 9th. So I got 10 days to do 20 orders. Luckily, we've cut that down a little bit because I was able to ship out some stuff that we had at the convention. So Christmas orders, and then there's a lot of Christmas events around here that I could do instead that don't require me to drive as far. I don't have to pay as much of a fee. I don't have to stress about snow. and I probably could make at least 500 at them. And then we also have our Christmas parade and our Christmas parties in town that when the baby gets older, I'm of course going to want to take her to them. There's been a lot of people saying that their sales were down drastically and that they will not be returning because they also, I don't think it was doubled, but they definitely added a whole lot more vendors and artists to this year. And they had a lot more celebrity pools, I'd feel like. They had the Critical Role cast, a few of them, and they had Matthew Lillard. I feel like there was another big one, but those also take away sales. Even if you have big celebrities, that's great. That can pull in more people, but people also have to spend their money to meet these celebrities. We did get to meet Travis and Sam from Critical Role. If you listen to Critical Role, they also do some voice acting too. Travis does Thor in Marvel Rivals and Mustang in Fullmetal Alchemist, and then Sam has done Ninja Turtles, and he hasn't done any Marvel Rivals. I did hear someone in front of me say, we got to get you a voice for Marvel Rivals, and he was like, that would be awesome. But we got to meet them, and they were a pleasure. It was pretty fast paced, but I kind of felt like that. It was Sunday, and they did, when we got in line at like 1:30, they were going to leave at 3:30, so they had to make sure they got through all these people. I don't know if it was the same like on Friday or Saturday, but talked to us, they talked to the baby. Sam asked us about like how old our baby was and her name, and was like, oh yeah, she'll be getting into a lot more stuff. And he also said, because I always talk of like, she's a great baby, I'm scared to have another one because what if they're not that good? And he was like, I'm sure if you guys do have another one, they'll be just as great as her. So that was nice to hear. And then Travis, I'm trying to think if he asked us anything. I know he like tried to tickle her feet and was like, oh, are you ticklish? And she is. And she looked up at Travis because he's like really tall. And I was like, oh yeah, you're not used to seeing people that tall. Like mommy and daddy are really short. And we met Robbie Damon at Anime Central 2 years ago. And I'm gonna have to meet him again, unfortunately, so that he can sign my cookbook, because I didn't have my cookbook at the time. But he did sign a poster, and it's up here on the wall, which I love. But yeah, expenses wise, the hotel was not crazy expensive. I'm okay with paying a little more since we know that we like that hotel, but cars did get broken into Thursday night. And we found out that they were looking for guns because Joey overheard another vendor say that their car got broken into at the Hyatt, and that they didn't steal their gaming PC, they didn't steal their expensive photography equipment, that they didn't really steal anything, they were looking for guns. So thankfully, our baby stuff being in the car probably helped us. It probably helped that I had nerdy little stickers and Toothless and Stitch and stuff on my car, and they were like, yeah, no, that person doesn't own a gun. So thankfully we did not run into that. Bethany's car didn't get broken into either. Food wasn't too bad. Highly recommend if you like Subway, or if there's another, like I think I'll do this for MegaCon at Wawa, or if I can make it before I come, but I really love Wawa sandwiches. Make or get Subway sandwich, foot long, and then you can eat part of it, you know, midday and like dinner, and it lasted us. We did that again Sunday too, and it was nice because the lines get super long, and of course it's when you're the busiest and you're the hungriest. We ate a really good sushi place. I think it was the one that we talked about. It was like Ohio, but with an S, so Oshio. Then we got Tim Hortons for breakfast Saturday and Sunday, and we ate Buffalo Wild Wings. We didn't order a pickup order because it's also very close. But both the sushi and the Buffalo Wild Wings are really close to the hotel we stayed at. So we didn't spend a whole lot of money. I think the most was probably the sushi place, and that's because we got, you know, sushi's expensive. We got sake. We got miso soup. I got a bento box. So we got a lot of food, but it was very good. Overall, like I said, I'm not going back next year. I maybe will do another Galaxycon in the future, but as of right now, I'm not, and I think that they probably have a lot of stuff that they need to change or fix or work on. Hopefully they will. I don't know if they will. And I would much rather do MatsuryCon, which is also in Columbus, Ohio, and it's usually end of August, beginning of September. And then that way I still get to see the Columbus crowd and they aren't like sick of seeing my stuff 2 times a year. With that being said, I will end this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Hopefully you guys have had some good Galaxycon. Hopefully you have had some good conventions this year. But I will do a convention recap probably in my next video or 2. And we'll talk about the whole year as a whole, how sales have been, and talk about 2026. And hopefully we'll get some good conventions for that year too. But bye-bye. Hi friends, another day, another thing to add to the Galaxycon vlog. It's like a week later, but some other things have came up. On a positive note though, I did want to mention about the Solis Wi-Fi hotspot. I've had this for almost 2 years now, I think, and maybe longer than that. And I haven't had good luck with it. I've been able to use it at small conventions, but I hadn't had success with it at like MegaCon and Katsucon and things like that. So I kind of gave up on it. But something in me was like, bring it to Galaxycon Columbus, give it one more shot. And I don't know if turning it on before it got really busy and crazy helped, or if they actually did something about the hotspot blockers that the convention centers have been known for and apparently fined for before. Sorry, we have a toy. Can I turn this off for a second? Sorry. But it worked. It worked really well. Bethany and I did not have to buy the Wi-Fi this year. She didn't have to last year, but I did, and it was, I think, $85 for the 3 days. And with this, it was free, and she was able to use it too because she was struggling a little bit with it. So I still don't know if I would recommend this. I'm pretty sure there's probably better ones now since it's been several years. But it doesn't hurt to have one. On the more tea side of things and like not going well for Galaxycon as a whole, I think I mentioned somewhere in here that they are getting some bad publicity, which is not uncommon for Galaxycon. I've seen things all the time that is very bad publicity. People had problem with staff, celebrities had problem with the things they were arranged with. And so the one that I mentioned before, but I wanted to make sure that it wasn't in a private group, but it's on Reddit, so do with that as you will. But a staff member had sent an email, apparently, is this what I'm assuming? I didn't get the email. It was kind of a reply all. Hold on, baby. So basically, this person who's no longer with the company replied all to one of the Galaxycon emails and said, "You've been scammed again." Basically, the Savannah and the Milwaukee show barely sold tickets. In fact, Milwaukee sold so few tickets that they postponed the show to next year. Doubt it'll ever happen. Like, don't be fooled. The government shutdown has nothing to do with this. Full-time staff members are dropping like flies and saying, for the artists out there, don't bother. Galaxycon hates you and always has. The artists are a bunch of babies, as they quote, and they always complain. That's what the email says. Again, it's on the Reddit. And then there's people on the Reddit thread also saying that they hear this a lot. So not saying that they're making it up, that it probably is fact because people have said it so many times and they've heard it so many times that it probably is true and not just something a bunch of people have made up. So that's the one if you want a good read. Now the other one is on Galaxycon Columbus Facebook page, probably on their Instagram too. But basically, they've had problems with the security. They say the security that was provided by the convention center, which is the Greater Columbus Convention Center. The allied security that they were saying was hired by the Greater Columbus Convention Center basically was taking away medical things, like ADA required things. I was trying to find a more specific thing. A couple of instances that I heard, which I didn't hear any of this until after the convention, I heard people were getting their like walking cane, like the canes that were used for visually impaired assistants were getting zip tied, like almost like zip tied closed. People were getting separated from their service dogs, and even if they showed proof, they still didn't care. They asked a bunch of questions. Things like foods and snacks and stuff taken away for people that needed them for being like diabetic and stuff, which doesn't make sense because I didn't have a problem bringing in food or drinks, but I only went through one security the whole time, like the one by Goodell parking garage, and there was security on the other doors. So there could be one a lot more strict and a lot worse to deal with than the others. So if you want to read all of that, Galaxycon made a post and like said that we're addressing it, not saying anything about their staff having any problems, but that they've heard. And then they made another one like a day later saying that they had staff members that had problems, and like the partner of like the CEO, I believe, got like separated from their service dog, and so then everyone's like, oh well, now that all this has happened, you're coming forward. So I don't know. It's also a good deep dive if you're interested in that, but yeah, I don't know what Galaxycon is looking like. At least they're addressing it, but are they just addressing it because people are like calling them out for it and they're trying to be like, yeah, this isn't our area, like we'll do what we can, but it wasn't us, it wasn't our fault. I don't know, take that with what you will, but I did want to add that in there so you guys are aware.